Hello, everybody. We're going to wait just one more moment while we have people continuously signing on. We have a very large audience for this today, so bear with me. We'll be back in 1 minute. Well, hello, everyone, and thank you so much for attending this webinar today. My name is Jason Perry, and I am the National Sales and Marketing Director for Medicare Advantage Specialists. We're here. We're really glad you're with us today. These are very uncertain times that we're in and are experiencing, so we're doing our best here at MAS to continue to provide agents with tools, resources to help you be successful in today's environment. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce you to the webinar control panel, which is located on the right side of your screen. There's an audio toolbar with options to use your computer speakers or telephone. There's a chat toolbar, which allows you to ask questions, and we'll answer those questions at the end of the presentation. So webinar technology is great. It allows you to sit in the comfort of your own office or home and learn about this great product. However, with all technology and everybody being on the internet today, there are sometimes minor issues that do occur. So if the audio pauses or the screen moves a little slow, just stick with us and we'll let that technology kind of catch up on itself, and it'll work itself out. So for those on the webinar today who are new to MAS, we are a nationally recognized, award-winning field marketing organization and a leader in the insurance brokerage business, or industry, I'm sorry. Our office is located in beautiful Hoover, Alabama, which is just outside of Birmingham. We are very pleased to share with you that MAS became a partner of Integrity Marketing Group in October of 2019. We've had a long-standing relationship with Integrity Marketing Group over the years, so it was a natural alignment for us to become a platform partner. Through this relationship, MAS is bringing more products, more tools, and more resources to our broker distribution, and we're truly honored to be working alongside other partners in our industry. So now let's get to today's webinar subject. We have two guests with us today who are going to share about a product and programs that we're very passionate about. I'd like to introduce David Neal, Life Sales Director at Mutual of Omaha, and Alan Polly, which is the Vice President at Integrity Marketing Group. So let me go ahead and give you control, David.
Okay, thank you.
We can see you.
You can see my screen. Okay, well, that's a good thing. One moment. Okay, so can everybody, Jason, can you see the title slide here, Living Promise?
Absolutely, you're looking good.
Okay, great. Well, hey, thank you, Jason. Thank you for that introduction, and thank you to everybody who's joined. It sounds like we've got a very large group, and so that's a good thing, and I appreciate your time. I know these are challenging times, different times. We're all kind of adjusting to the new normal, but let's hope the new normal is in fact not normal. It's just an interim situation. But as a result of sort of the current environment and current situations, our company, Mutual of Omaha, and all other life insurance companies, frankly, all financial services companies, are looking for alternate ways of doing business and doing business in a non-face-to-face manner, in a virtual manner, in an online manner, in things like that. And so what we wanted to do today is talk a little bit about first our product, our final expense product, which is many of you I'm sure are familiar with, Living Promise Whole Life. So we'll kind of give a a high-level overview of the product, and then spend some time on the process of our e-app, which is a tremendous tool that you can use for this product, Living Promise, as well as others that I'll touch on, in terms of being able to apply, work with your clients and have them apply for this product completely online in a non-face-to-face environment, which of course is what a lot of us are facing these days. And so just so you know, as it relates to the e-app, which we're going to be looking at here shortly, it is available for not just our Living Promise product, but our Term Life Answers product. We just launched it for our TLE, our Term Life Express portfolio, and then a number of other products. And so what you're going to see here later, and I'm going to do it kind of via a demo with a video that will kind of show you, walk you through the steps. We don't have, as I was telling Jason, we don't have what they call a sandbox. We don't have a ability to do a live demonstration, but we've made these training videos, and I'm going to play that so you can take a look at it and really learn step by step how, if you're not already familiar with our e-app, how to use it. And of course, after this presentation and this webinar, we'll make sure for those that want it, we'll get that link to all of our training videos out to you. So, and again, I mean, this is going to be something that is a big focus of ours. I actually saw something just this morning out of the state of Pennsylvania, and I'm sure with the number of people we've got on the line, undoubtedly there's a few of you from the state of Pennsylvania, and they actually just prohibited all face-to-face and in-person solicitations of insurance, life insurance products. They were very, very specific about it. Again, hopefully very much a short-term situation, but it makes this all that more important in terms of when we start taking a look at the e-app in a way of conducting business in a over the phone or a non-face-to-face environment. So again, the name of our product is Living Promise Whole Life. We have other products on our in our simplified issue product portfolio. We're not going to cover those today, but just so you know, again, I mentioned our Term Life Express products, our GUL, Guaranteed Universal Life Express products, and our Children's Whole Life and a Guaranteed Advantage. But the focus today is on the final expense product. And again, so just a high-level overview of the product. There's two different options, plan options, pretty consistent with what you'll see out there with other final expense carriers and products. We have the leveled benefit plan and the graded benefit plan. And so you can see that as the screen points out, some of the issue age ranges for both plans, as well as the face amounts available. On the level benefit plan, excuse me, you can get up to, your clients can get up to $40,000 of coverage. And on the graded, they can get up to $20,000. A lot of times I get questions as to what do you mean graded? Explain that. And really all it means is, as the slide points out, is if there's a claim within the first 2 years, they wouldn't get the insured wouldn't get the full, I guess the insured wouldn't get anything. The insurance beneficiary wouldn't get the full death benefit, but they would get their total premiums paid plus 10%. Then after the second year, the full amount is payable. We're very proud on all of our products of offering a number of different riders, both at cost and no cost. So Living Promise is no different. We have available at an additional cost. We have our accidental death benefit rider, and automatically included at no additional cost our accelerated death benefit rider, which covers both for terminal illness or nursing home confinement. One of the things I like to talk about with Living Promise and really all of our products is you have the base policy, Living Promise, graded and level. It's very competitive. It's by far the leading seller within our simplified issue product portfolio. And some of you may already know this, it's one of the most competitive products out there from a pricing and design perspective. But you really get something more than just that base plan. So of course you get your clients get of course that tax-free death benefit, the life insurance death benefit, and again we offer additional riders, the accelerated death benefit rider and the accidental death benefit rider, which pay benefits under the conditions that you can see there on the screen. We're going to look at this a little bit closer when we do the demo of the e-app. This is looking at a paper application, which, by the way, we still, in fact, a lot of, a fair amount of this business is still written with a paper application. That's just not a viable alternative these days, as we all know. So just to give you an idea, though, of some of the issues in some of the underwriting guidelines, these are part one of the application is sort of the big issues. So if the insured answers yes to any one of the questions in this part one, it would be a decline or not eligible for coverage. If in part two, these are other health issues, but perhaps not as serious, if you will, as what we see in part one, if they answer yes to any of these questions, then the graded death benefit would be available. Again, this just kind of looks at that, just giving you a real big picture of the underwriting guidelines. Level benefit is going to be available if they answer no to all the application questions. Excuse me. Graded benefit, as I mentioned before, answers yes to any question in part two. And then if they answer yes to anything in any question in part one, it would be a decline. We have a lot of great marketing materials, not just for this product and also final expense, but across all of our products. And most of you are, I'm sure quite a few of you are familiar with our spa producer website, and these materials are available on there, both producer and agent focused, and then also client approved materials. Just a real quick look now at some of the quoting and application tools. And this applies to obviously not just final expense, but all the products that we offer. We have the WinFlex system, you can use the WinFlex system for more full, complete illustrations. And then we have our quotes on the go, our mobile quotes, which is a very handy tool in terms of being able to run quotes, especially in the final expense marketplace, to be able to very quickly run quotes right there with your client using your phone or tablet or a mobile device. And then WinFlex would be for more complete illustrations, if you will. Excuse me, if you don't already have mobile quotes, it's very easy to get. You can go to, for instance, the App Store and just go ahead, and it's, of course, free of charge, and you can install them and start quoting. This here just shows you some of the kind of what the screens look like. Very easy and self-explanatory in terms of once you download the app, in terms of setting preferences and things like that. Okay, hey Jason, I just got some sort of a notification that you're experiencing technical difficulties. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, Dave. I'm not showing any technical difficulties on this side. I'm good.
Okay, good. That got me worried. Yeah, as I was telling you earlier, it wouldn't be a webinar without some sort of a glitch, but I just got this ominous warning sign that said the organizer is experiencing technical difficulty. So I'm glad that's not the case. But again, once you get mobile quotes on to your iPad, tablet, mobile device, it's very self-explanatory as to how to set that up. Okay, now I am experiencing technical difficulties. One moment. Not able to advance the slides. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. So what we're going to be showing here in a moment is the step-by-step demonstration of our iGo eApp, the e-application. This just shows you a screenshot. I have a separate presentation that shows the eApp process but via screenshots, but it's not nearly as effective as the demonstration I'm going to run for you here in a few minutes. And again, it is not just the eApp is you can use the eApp not just for Living Promise, but also our Term Life Express or Children's Whole Life and our Guaranteed Advantage product. And what are the benefits to using the eApp? Well, obviously pretty self-explanatory. It greatly increases the number of in good order cases coming in. It's kind of hard to make mistakes on the eApp. It's just faster. You know you're always going to have the most current forms and everything that you need, and most importantly, it gets you through and with your client through the application process quicker, much quicker, and it gets you to the point where the client has the coverage in place. And of course, the faster all that happens, the faster you get paid. So it says questions there. I'm actually going to hold for a moment and then go over to the video that I was mentioning, and let's just hope that this all works properly. Just bear with me here. Okay. Okay, it's loading. Jason, can you see my screen now with the video up?
Yes.
Okay, great. So again, this is a very helpful. We've just updated this. Again, we cannot do an actual live demonstration. Obviously, somebody was able to do it at our home office for this training video, and we can make this available to you as well. But I'm going to go ahead and play this now, and it will walk you through. Some of you are probably very familiar with this. Others may not be, but there's some new features to it. So for those that have used it in the past, there's going to be some new, even those of you that are familiar with it, there's going to be some new information for you. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. And Jason, if you could tell me if you can hear the audio.
Remember, unless your marketing organization
or not.
has a unique way to access the eApp, you will need to register on our website.
It needs to be a little louder.
Okay.
If you have already registered, simply log in.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is.
Once you've logged into Sales Professional Access, you'll be taken.
Okay. One moment. Okay. All right. I'm going to just play it this way. It doesn't seem like it's working. So I'm going to just play it, start over here again real quick. And here we go.
So let's begin the tutorial by logging into Sales Professional Access. Remember, unless your marketing organization has a unique way to access the eApp, you will need to register on our website if you've never visited our site before. If you have already registered, simply log in. Once you've logged into Sales Professional Access, you will be taken to the main landing page. Select Electronic Applications from the Sales Tools menu on the left. From here, select Life from the menu on the left, or simply scroll down to the Life e-application section. Here is where you'll find user guides for every one of the Life e-applications we currently offer. To begin, click the blue Start eApp button. You will now be entering the iPipeline e-application portal. From here, select Start New Case. You'll begin by entering in the client name, date of birth, and his or her gender. Please note that any item in yellow is a required field. Once the proposed insured's information has been input, select the state the app will be signed in and the product type. Since Living Promise is a whole life product, you would select whole life. You will notice once you select the product type, the Find Available Products button appears. Click it to get a list of the e-applications available for that product. Now, click Select next to Living Promise. First, you will have to confirm that you are the writing producer for this e-app. Your name and producer number should appear grayed out. If that's you, click Select User. If not, submit as guest. You will be required to select the general agent you are appointed under to sell Living Promise. Please note that every marketing organization you are appointed with to sell United of Omaha Life Insurance will appear in the drop-down list. An incorrect selection could delay issue. Sometimes you may be sharing the sale with another agent. If that's the case, select yes to the question, will there be an additional producer associated with this contract? Once you do, a new window will appear. You will be required to identify the percentage of comp each agent will get and the producer's name, date of birth, and the last 4 digits of his or her social security number. It always helps if you have the agent number associated with that producer. Please note that the percentages must equal 100%. Once this section is complete, click the Next button to proceed. Here, in the Proposed Insured section, you will enter the client's personal information and contact information. You will notice that the e-application carried over the information that was already input in the case information section. As a reminder, all items highlighted in yellow are required fields. When you get to the contact information, you will notice that the street address is utilizing Google geo-tracking for both a more accurate address entry, but also to save you time. Once you see the correct address appear in the drop-down, simply select it and the e-app will autofill the remaining fields. Once complete, you'll need to identify if the client is a legal resident of the United States. If they are not eligible for coverage. Now input the client's driving information, tobacco status, and birth country. You will also be asked if there are any other names the client has used for medical records and if the proposed insured will also be the owner. Once complete, click Next. The first new enhancement to our Living Promise e-app is a client information verification tool. Using public records, we verify the information the client provided you and provide you with an opportunity to correct any information where we found a possible discrepancy. If we found a discrepancy between what was entered and what was on record, you will automatically be brought to this screen. You will need to either confirm the information is correct by clicking Yes, or correct it by clicking No, and then providing the correct information in the field that will appear. Once complete, click Confirm to lock in the information, and then click Next. If we found no discrepancies, this section will be skipped and you will automatically proceed to the Insurance History section. Here is where you will identify any in-force life insurance policies the client may have that are active. If they do not have any coverage, simply click No on both questions and then click Next. One improvement we made to this process is that we perform a Mutual of Omaha in-force life insurance search with the client information given. If any records are found, the following screen will appear. First, you will see that we tell you other policies have been found and then include required scripting that will give you authorization to pertinent information on every one of the policies that are in force. Once you are authorized, click Yes to view the in-force list. All in-force policies will appear. You will need to click the Edit button next to each policy and input all of the required fields. Please note that you will have to retype 0 in the accidental death benefit field, even though it may already be there. Once all policies are verified, then you will need to identify if there are any to be replaced. Select the Click Here to Add button to add any and all policies that need to be replaced. If your state has specific replacement rules, we have incorporated them into our e-application. Once all policies to be replaced have been captured, complete any and all required fields in this section. This includes explaining why the client wants to replace any in-force policies. Some states require you to ask if the client wishes their state-specific replacement form be read to them, as they have specific language the state wishes the client to know. If the client wants the form read, simply click View Forms at the top of the screen to download the form. Otherwise, click the checkbox stating the client does not wish the form read. Finally, identify all marketing material used in the replacement sale. Once complete, click Next to proceed to the Plan Information section. Shown here is the Plan Information section. This is where you will input the amount of insurance applied for. You will see a reminder that the amount must be within product limits. One additional enhancement to this section is that the maximum coverage available, the amount shown in the grayed out field, now adjusts based on the amount of existing Mutual of Omaha life coverage the client wishes to keep in force. In the scenario shown on the screen, the client had $23,000 of living promise coverage already in force that was not to be replaced. As a result, the maximum coverage allowed is only $17,000. You will no longer have to worry about physical coverage available for a specific client. Once the face amount has been entered, click Next. To begin the underwriting review process, United of Omaha must access MIB and prescription drug information. To do this, the proposed insured must sign a HIPAA authorization form. This section will walk you through the email signature process. As you complete both this and the underwriting sections, please make sure you review all of the information you input for accuracy. You will not be able to change the information once you have completed the underwriting section. To begin, click the blue Lock Application button. Once clicked, you will get verification that the application has been locked and that you can proceed. As we are demonstrating the email signature process, you will choose the Not Present field. Once selected, two new fields will appear. You will add the client's email address and either use the default PIN, the last 4 digits of the client's Social Security number, or let the client choose a different 4-digit PIN. The email will quickly be validated and the Send Email button will appear. Click it to send the signature instructions to the client. Once sent, you will want to exit out of the e-app as only one person can be in the e-application at any given time. Instead of closing out of the browser, click the My Cases at the top of the screen. This will take you back to your case list. You can wait here while the client signs the HIPAA authorization. Moving to the client, he or she will receive the email you sent. If they don't receive it, you may want to ask them to check their junk box as the email may trigger some spam filters. Once the client receives the email, he or she will open it and then click the Access Your Application. Once clicked, the welcome screen will appear. This is where he or she will enter a 4-digit PIN you set. Periodically, the client may receive this pop-up blocker error. All that needs to be done is to enable email pop-ups for iPipeline. We've included instructions in the Files section of the training video for every browser currently available. Assuming the pop-ups have been enabled, the user clicks Sign In once he or she enters their PIN. The client will review the terms and conditions of the e-signature process and the HIPAA authorization disclosure. To view the entire authorization, they will need to scroll down to the bottom of the screen. Once he or she have reviewed the disclosure statement, United of Omaha provides them with an opportunity to download the application as is and the corresponding HIPAA authorization. To do so, they simply click the Review Your Application button. Please note, this is required to proceed. Once clicked, a pop-up window will appear with the application. If the client does not wish to download the application, they simply click Close. Once the pop-up window is closed, the I have reviewed the additional forms checkbox is activated and needs to be selected. Once checked, click I agree. Now it's time to apply the e-signature. If the application is being taken on a non-touchpad device, like a laptop with no touchscreen, the client simply checks his or her name and then inputs the city the application was signed in. If the app is being taken on a laptop with an enabled touchscreen, a tablet, or an iPad, then a signature pad will appear, and the client can use a stylus or a finger to physically sign. Once complete, simply press the Tab key or click outside of the field, and the Apply e-signature button appears. The client will see a green message confirming that the signature was submitted. At this point, he or she should close out of this browser. Switching back to your view, once the client confirms the signature has been sent, click Refresh in the top of the browser and you will see the status change to confirm the e-signature has been captured. From here, click the client's name, and then once the application is loaded, click the Application tab at the top of the screen. You will be brought back to the HIPAA signature page. Simply click Next to proceed to the underwriting section. We have now come to the new underwriting section. As before, the questions are broken up into Part 1 and Part 2. It is important that, as you read these questions, you read them in their entirety and clearly enough for the client to understand and respond. As you proceed, either click yes or no based on the client's response. If the wrong answer is accidentally selected, don't worry. Simply click the Change Answer before you leave the section and change it appropriately. Once you have answered all the Part 1 questions, please click Continue. Once clicked, scroll to the top of the screen and answer all of the Part 2 questions. Please note that if one of these questions is answered yes,
David,
Hey, David.
this is Alan. I don't know if anybody else is having audio problems, but we have audio problems.
Yeah, we can't hear anything. I think we lost you, David. Can't hear you.
Yeah, it looks like his phone's not connected either, Jason.
I agree. Give him just another second to see if he can figure it out. If not, we can always move forward. Okay. Alan, I guess we'll go ahead and proceed forward with you. That works for you.
All right.
All right, let me get
absolutely.
to you. All right. Let's go ahead and make Alan presenter.
Perfect. Excellent. All right. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, everybody. And I think, and Jason, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you have that video as well that you can share with agents that even though they didn't get to see the end of this. I think you'll be able to access it and have, perfect. Go ahead. You can say something about that if you want.
Yeah, we do have that video.
Okay, so perfect. So I think, yeah, go ahead, Jason. Sorry, we got a delay here.
That's okay. We do have that video, and I'll have that emailed out to everybody on the list. But I can't see your screen, Alan.
Okay. Hello.
There we go.
Hey, sorry about that. Can you hear me now? I don't know what happened. Yeah, it doesn't show anything disconnecting on my end. So if it's all right, I apologize for that technical difficulty, but I'll just go ahead and there's just a little bit more remaining here. So if you guys can hear me, I will continue.
Okay, David,
they switched me as the presenter.
Any additional clarification?
Oh, okay. Well,
or prescription drugs.
However you want to do that. If you'd like me to, if you want to switch back, that's fine, or whatever you guys would like to do.
We'll go ahead and switch back to you, David. That's fine. I'm still going to email everyone the video at the end. So I think there's not too much more left.
Okay, but okay, great. Thank you.
A third section called Supplemental Questions will appear.
David, we can't see your screen.
Given as Part 1 and Part 2.
Hold on one moment.
The third-party information we obtained.
As before, I hit share my screen, and
there we go.
It says people. Yeah. Okay. Can you see it now? Okay. Good.
We can.
Here we go. All right. Sorry about the technical glitches.
They are written on the screen and answer yes or no accordingly. Once complete, Click Continue. The final part of the underwriting section is the summary page. Scroll to the top of the screen and review all of the questions one last time. Remember that once you click Continue, you cannot go back to change any of the answers. The underwriting assessment begins once you leave this section. If all answers are correct and you're ready to proceed, click Continue. You will see the Health Assessment Completion Confirmation Notice. Click Next to proceed to the next section of the application. Now, let's add some beneficiaries. Click the Click Here to Add button and add all primary beneficiaries and follow the according prompts. Remember that while only yellow fields are required, it is also a good idea to include the date of birth for all beneficiaries. Once complete, click Save. Continue to add any additional primary beneficiaries. Once complete, then identify if the client would like to add any contingent beneficiaries. If so, follow the prompts that are exactly like the primary beneficiary section. Once all beneficiaries are identified, click Next. Welcome to the Premium Summary section. Here is where you will get a preliminary review to help you and the client determine if a face amount change is needed or if the client would like to purchase the accidental death benefit rider, available on level plans only. As you can see on the screen, this application is tracking level death benefit, and the client requested a face amount of $30,000. If, after the preliminary review, the client wanted to lower the face amount, the agent would simply change the amount listed in the face amount field. Please note, you can only lower the face amount at this time. Consequently, if the application looked like it was tracking graded death benefit, the message would change slightly to include the description of the graded plan, and the face amount would automatically lower to the maximum allowed for graded policies. The agent also has the ability to lower the face amount further should the premium be too high and further changes are needed to state the case. It is a good idea to have a mobile quote tool handy for this section. Remember, this is not the final decision. It should only be used as a guide to adjust the desired face amount and to determine if the accidental death benefit rider could be included. Once all plan features have been completed, click the Calculate Modal Premium button to update the modal premium totals below. Select the desired payment mode and complete any additional prompts. Once complete, click Next. Since monthly modal premium was selected as the payment mode, the payer's bank information is needed. Identify the payer and complete the subsequent information. Remember to write down the routing number and account number, as you will have to enter it in twice, and it will not be easy to see what you wrote the first time. Next, determine what day or weekday the client wants payments to be deducted each month. Finally, determine if the client would like the payment draft to be done immediately upon issue or on a specific date. Remember, the initial draft must happen no later than 30 days from when the application is taken. Once complete, click Next. Once all banking information has been captured, the client is now ready to sign the application and submit it to Mutual of Omaha. As with the HIPAA authorization section, click the Lock Application and proceed to the Signature Process button. Once you receive confirmation the app has been locked, click Next. Should the client wish, he or she can have the final application sent via email. Simply select the client's name and provide an email address and a 4-digit PIN. Please note that the default PIN is the last 4 digits of the insured's Social Security number. If they do not wish the final application to be mailed to them, simply click Next. In the Signature Method section, first select Collect All Signatures Electronically, and then choose the signature process appropriate for the situation. Since this is an email signature process, you would select Not Present. You will add the client's email address and either use a default PIN, the last 4 digits of the client's Social Security number, or let the client choose a different 4-digit PIN. The email will quickly be validated and the Send Email button will appear. Click it to send the signature instructions to the client. Once sent, you will want to exit out of the e-app, as only one person can be in the e-application at any given time. Instead of closing out of the browser, however, click the My Cases at the top of the screen. This will take you back to your case list. You can wait here while the client signs the application. Moving to the client, he or she will receive the email you sent. If they don't receive it, you may want to ask them to check their junk box, as the email may trigger some spam filters. Once the client receives the email, he or she will open it and then click the Access Your Application button. Once clicked, the welcome screen will appear. This is where he or she will enter the 4-digit PIN you set. Periodically, the client may see the following screen. If he or she does, it is because either you have not moved to My Cases and the app is still open on your computer, or the cookies associated with iPipeline have not been deleted. They must be deleted in order to proceed. We've included instructions in the Files section of the training video for every browser currently available. Once corrected, the user clicks Sign In once he or she enters the PIN. Once logged in, the insured will review the terms and conditions of an electronic application and also view and download the buyer's guide and the application. Simply scroll down to the bottom of the page and first click Additional Forms to view and download the buyer's guide. Once complete, close out of the pop-up window and you will see the Review Your Application button is now active. Click that button and a second pop-up will appear with the application completed to this point. Once viewed and downloaded, close the pop-up window and you will see the I have reviewed the terms and conditions field is now active. The client will check the box. Once checked, click I agree. Now the client will apply his or her signature. If the device being used is touch-enabled, a signature pad will appear on the screen and the client will use a finger or a stylus to sign. If a non-touch-enabled device is being used, the insured will simply select his or her name and then identify the city where the app was signed and then click Apply e-signature. The client will see a green message confirming that the signature was submitted. At this point, he or she should close out of the browser. Switching back to your view, once the client confirms the signature has been sent, click Refresh in the top of the browser and you will see the status change to confirm the signature has been captured. From here, click the client's name, and then once the application is loaded, click the Application tab at the top of the screen. Once the insured signs and the producer statement appears, take the device back and answer all of the questions in the producer statement. Once complete, click Next. Now, you will review the terms and conditions, then scroll down to the bottom of the page. Click the Review Your Application button to view and download the application. Once viewed and downloaded, close the pop-up window and you will see the Terms and Conditions field is now active. Check the box and then the Next button will appear. Now, apply your e-signature. If a non-touch enabled device is being used, you will simply select your name and then identify the city where the app was signed in. Finally, click Apply e-signature. If the device being used is touch-enabled, a signature pad will appear on the screen and you will use a finger or stylus to sign. Once complete, click Apply e-signature. You will be able to download the completed application by clicking Print Signed Application. Finally, click Submit to United of Omaha. Once you click Submit to United of Omaha, the screen will refresh and you will see the client's policy number and the final decision on the case appear below the Submit button. There will be 4 possible decisions that will appear below the policy number: approved with level benefit, approved with graded benefit, refer to underwriting where you or your client will be contacted for more information, or declined. In this instance, the client was approved at level death benefit. Once submitted and a final decision is made, you will receive an email confirmation of the decision as well as the policy number. The submitted application will then be automatically put into a queue where a group of underwriters will complete any outstanding administrative requirements and issue the policy if approved. One form that is not currently built into the e-app is the Release of Medical Information form. This form, signed by the client, allows the agent to receive personal information on the case, such as prescriptions. If the case comes back as graded, refer, or decline, it's a good idea to have the client sign this form so you can better assist them. We have included a PDF of this form in the Files section of this training module. Thank you for watching our training module on the new Automated Underwriting e-app. To access the e-app, as well as all other forms, reports, training, and marketing materials, visit Sales Professional Access by clicking on the link to the left.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I thought I would stop it there. We're pretty much at the end, and I know due to some of the technical glitches there, we lost a little bit of time. So, but if there's any, we want to switch it over to Alan Pulley from Integrity. But Jason, if there's any questions now, I'm happy to take those. Or
there are a few questions.
We can do that. Okay.
Yeah, there are a few questions. I think one of the burning questions that I keep getting as we're going through this pandemic right now is how do they, what's the best methods to contact these clients because they can't knock on the door?
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of the $1 million question, right? Because, and that's why, you know, with the e-app, you can do it with the client present, but of course that's very limited these days with all the different stay-at-home orders and things like that. So that's the whole point of the e-app. It has that when the client is not present option, the kind of the non-face-to-face option. But in terms of being able to meet with people face-to-face, of course that varies a little bit by state, but that's why we're really pushing and promoting the use of the e-app.
I think that a lot more seniors are answering the phone today because they may be quarantined a little longer, and I think communication is going to get a little bit better over time.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, I mean, this whole situation is making you know, certain aspects of our business more difficult, but it's also highlighting a need for this very important benefit, the need for the life insurance coverage. Yes.
Absolutely. Someone is asking to be able to see the death benefit slide amounts again, or maybe you could just tell us that.
Well, I can go back to that. Let me do this. One moment. Hopefully everybody can see the screen.
We can see it.
You can?
Yes,
okay,
we can.
Good. Yeah, great. There you go. So there are the two plan options, both the level and the graded. Again, level up to 40,000 and graded up to the 20,000. And I can also make these share, obviously, the link to the training video. I'm happy to make these slides available to you as well.
Awesome. We have been asked for the slides as well, so we can get those out to everybody.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. That seems to be all the questions at this point, David. Unless you have something else, I am going to change over to Alan.
That sounds great. Thank you, Jason and Alan and everybody, and I look forward to helping you and working with you.
Sounds great. Okay, Alan.
All right. So let me know when you can see my screen, Jason.
Okay, I'll let you know. Nothing yet.
Oh, hold on.
There we go.
If I can see it.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. My name is Alan Pulley. I'm the Vice President of Legacy Safeguard and Integrity Marketing Group. We have partnered with United of Omaha. You just saw a great opportunity for you to make sales in really a non-face-to-face method, especially with the environment we're currently living in. It's a great opportunity. But what I really want to share with you briefly today, just to maximize our time, is because you partner with Medicare Advantage specialists, which have been long-standing partners of ours, and we've worked with them for years, and now they're part of Integrity. You have access to this turnkey sales and marketing system that really provides you a value-added benefit you can offer your client at no cost to your client. And why should you offer final expense? I just want to show you what it can mean to you to have what kind of impact it can have on your income. So being a street agent with Medicare Advantage, if you just sold 2 final expense policies a week, you could increase your income by over $60,000. Now, that's may not sound much to some of you, but if somebody puts $60,000 in your hand, all of a sudden it becomes very real. And so this can really have a significant impact on your business. And your Medicare clients, they are the exact same people that need your help with planning final expense. And why is that important? Because 78% of shoppers with a previous relationship with their agent bought life insurance when they presented it to them. Well, especially in this market we're in today, you need to know final expense sales are taking off. They have been rising in the last 5 years every year anyway, but now more than ever, people want to know that they have their affairs in order and people are buying final expense. So I would encourage you to reach out to your existing clients to talk to them. One is they're going to remember that you reached out to them and cared enough about them during this time that we're living in. But they also need your help to make sure that their final expenses are taken care of. And what's different for you as an agent is Legacy Safeguard, because it is a value-added benefit you're going to be able to offer your clients. And agents that have used this program set more appointments, they made more presentations, and they closed more sales. And you will increase your income by adding final expense to what you do. The reason it's significant is because it adds value to everyone. For your clients, it is a comprehensive legacy planning service you're going to be able to offer your client at no cost to your client. It's really an end-of-life planning service that they can get from you at no cost, because, see, everybody wants to leave a lasting legacy. They just don't know how to do it. And now, because you partner with Medicare Advantage specialists, you will have access to helping your clients leave that lasting legacy, and it will cost your client nothing. And you, as an agent, now have access to this turnkey sales and marketing system. But it all begins with the Legacy Safeguard membership benefits. And I'm just going to run through these with you real quick so you know more about what these benefits are that you can offer your client. It's a legacy planning service, end-of-life planning guidance and assistance, support for survivors, a celebrating life events, and estate planning support. All of it's available for you to be able to provide your client. Now, I'll just give you some quick overviews of this. For example, the estate planning support. They get free living wills with this membership. They also get last will and testaments as free. They also get power of attorney free, all online. We can help them plan a memorial service. We have advisors on call at Legacy Safeguard 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, that we can help a family member plan a memorial service. We can help them find estate planning attorneys or funeral homes. We also provide them a discount from any FTD florist in their area. They get a 20% discount. They get a prescription drug card that can help them with getting discounts in their prescriptions. And then they get a family legacy DVD as well, that they can send us up to 40 pictures. We'll put that on a DVD, professionally done with music, that they can play at whatever event they want. What's significant about that for you as an agent is because your name and your phone number will be at the end of that DVD. So whoever's seeing that will see you're the agent that provided those benefits. And so these benefits are available for you to be able to provide to your client while you make a final expense presentation of the Living Promise product to your client. And Jason and his team, they know how the sales process works. I just want to make you aware of the tools that are available because you can partner with a Medicare Advantage specialist, that this is available to you. This is exclusive because they're part of the Integrity Marketing Group. You now have access to this turnkey sales and marketing system as well. Then we'll send your clients a membership kit. And for you as an agent, we have brochures for you. We have the actual sales presentation, newspaper inserts, group seminars, pre-approach letters, leave behind cards. We really have all that's necessary for you to be successful offering Legacy Safeguard to your clients along with the Living Promise final expense product. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Everything that we have available is out on our university, www.legacysafeguarduniversity.com. Take your United of Omaha agent number, your name, register on this website. It's going to take about 24 hours, and then we will send you a starter kit at no cost to you. You have to register first to get access to our online training, videos, marketing guides, client marketing pieces. But do that, and then we're going to send you an email that says now you do have access to all this material available to you 24 hours a day. One of the things that we're going to send you is a comprehensive marketing guide. This is a book we wrote that will provide you innovative strategies on how to have conversations with your clients about Legacy Safeguard and final expense. We have the presentation where you can download it on a tablet, a laptop, and a computer. So if you're doing this over the phone, you can have your clients tap right into your computer and watch this presentation as you walk through it with your client. We have client brochures for you. Again, if you're doing it over the computer, we have the PDFs for you, but if you're seeing them face-to-face, we have those for you to use when you're in the client's home. A brochure looks something like this, and what's great about this is you don't have to memorize these benefits. It's right in this brochure, and you flip it open. On the left side, it talks about the Legacy Safeguard membership benefits, and on the right side, it talks about the discussion with final expense, and Jason and his team can walk you through exactly how this presentation works. We also show you how to estimate your client's final expenses with our finalexpenseestimator.com. We show you how to personalize their plan so they can really visually see how much they need, whether they're going to cover their funeral expenses, their family expenses, or their total final expenses. And this worksheet will help you do just that. And this is huge when you're talking to your clients because it helps them realize what they want to cover for their final expense, what they can afford, and we'll show you how to use this 3-option close because it provides you an opportunity to give your client choices on how to close that sale regarding final expense. We also have a rate calculator on our smartphone. You can go to www.ratecal.com. It'll bring up United of Omaha, and you can put in, even if they say, well, I'd like to spend $50 a month. If you put $50 a month in and their age, it'll tell you instantaneously how much they qualify for. All of these tools are available for you because you partner with Medicare Advantage specialists. We show you how to get referrals using this program. This referral program really does work for you to help you build your business. And why is that important? Because 78% of the time, you go back and see your existing clients, they're going to buy it from you. And if you ask for referrals, they're going to help you get referrals. This program about getting referrals really does work. Everything that we have, I know this is a quick overview here, but everything's out on this university. You have access, and it will really set you apart from the competition because other agents do not have access to Legacy Safeguard and the Living Promise product together. Only people have it if they work with Integrity. And you have it because you're with Medicare Advantage specialists. They're part of Integrity, and we have partnered with United of Omaha to make this a really exclusive opportunity for you as an agent to bring value to your clients and help them with final expense. And when you get out to our university, this is what it looks like. And so it really opens an opportunity for you to serve your client, bring some value to them, and help them with their final expenses. It really is a combination that can drive growth for you and your clients. And really what Legacy Safeguard does is give you an opportunity to change the world for you, your family, and your clients, because you will make more sales by using this program, and you'll serve more clients using this program, and I hope you do. And Jason, I'll turn it back to you.
Okay, Alan, I thank you so much. I think that's the fastest I've ever heard you give that presentation, but very informative. We thank you very much. I know there's probably a lot more questions about this product, and just the trying times we're in right now. I appreciate everybody being on the call and your patience. I know your time is valuable. I know you're going to want to give us a call. We have marketing managers standing by to answer any questions. This is not the only webinar series that we're doing. We're actually doing multiple webinars to talk about how to do things over the phone. So might be very interesting for you to give us a call, and maybe it'll answer some of those questions. But Alan and David, thank you so much for being here, and we'll give you the rest of your day back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.